Hey everyone, it's Steve Cook here, and I got to tell you right now, I just have just tremendous joy in helping my son as he is growing now and starting his own business. He's only 18 years old, going to college, but his desire has been to get into real estate now for many years, and the moment he graduated from high school, he's started the process, and he's just taking all of these steps. And I'm going to share something with you today that I shared with him that will be a principle that all of you can apply. And it's a principle that I applied early on in my business career, and it served me very well in being able to do this and to do this effectively, because if I didn't do this, I would have given up many times. And so one of the things that he was encouraged to do was to go door to door and, within the neighborhood that he lived in, and start talking to his neighbors. And he did get his real estate agency license, and so, let them know that he can help them if they're looking to buy or sell a home. In any case, as he is doing that, first I was really impressed that he was going door to door, because, frankly, for most of us who know much about that, it's not fun. Many of us would use some stronger language about that, but he was going out there and he was doing it. And then I asked him about his experiences, and then when the day was over, he came up to me and he said, I'm going to figure out another way. I don't want to do that anymore. And he said, there was some people who were nice and I got to talk to them, but the ones that were hard, some of them just wanted to blow me off. They obviously didn't want to talk to me, and I really felt really bad. I felt like I was bothering them. And in any case, I then, remembered going back to the beginning myself and the hard things that I had to do and the attitude that I had to have. And so one of the things that, I talk about within Life in Air and all of the teaching and everything we do is to have a vision. And a vision is so powerful. A vision will drive you to get through the hard things. And, as a wholesaler, a wholesale flipper, for me, it meant I had to make a lot of offers. And the reality of the situation was the majority of those offers, the sellers were going to say no. And some of them were going to be pretty heated about it, not too kind. And so if I focused on that and I focused on the no's, then I was going to probably want to give up very quickly. Instead, I had to focus on the yes. My vision was, if I do this enough, someone's going to say yes. And the yes is going to be worth celebrating. The yes is going to be exciting. The yes is what this is all about. And I need to look beyond the obstacles. And each and every one of those people who was going to say no to me was just one obstacle along the way to getting to a yes. And so when I started focusing on that this is all about getting to the yes, each and every no actually became an exciting thing, because it was one less no. I was one closer to a yes. And so as I'm sitting here working with and teaching my son right now, I'm able to, bring up those things that, hey, listen, the fact of the matter is, if they told you knock on 100 doors to get one. You've knocked on 10. And you don't know in that 100 if it's going to be the first one, if it's going to be number 29, if it's going to be number 78, or if it's going to be the 100th one. But the reality of the situation is, if you knock on enough doors, you're going to get one. And if you can look at every single one of those no's not as a failure, but it's just one step closer to the yes. The thing that you want to keep in your mind is that yes, the celebration of getting that yes. And the fact of the matter is, it will come, but you have to be able to persevere through the no's. And just to talk a little bit more about that perseverance, again, if you're focusing on the no, if you're focusing on the pain of the no, if you're focusing on the dejection or the rejection or the failure of the no, it's going to be hard. And if you can just reposition it and just say, what? That no was just one closer to a yes. I know I have to get many no's before I get to the yes, and I'm going to get to those no's as quickly as I can. I'm going to plow through those no's, because there's a yes around the corner, and I'm going to embrace each no. And because the vision that I have is the celebration of what comes when I finally get that yes. And so you can apply this to many different kinds of businesses. It doesn't just have to be real estate, but in any business, when you're sitting there and you need to sell and you need to get that client or the next customer, there's always going to be no's. And the way that you address those no's and the way that the mindset that you have behind those no's is going to determine how successful you are or not. And so I want to just encourage all of you with that. Have a vision of the yes. Have a vision of what the victory looks like after all of the no's. Hold on to that, and then celebrate each and every no along the path, because it's one step closer to the yes. Have a blessed day.